So again, Tim Nash with Tank Tire. And one of the most unique features of Tank Tire is the fact that it is non-electrostatic. And you might say, what is non-electrostatic? Non-conductive to static electricity. So probably the most prevalent example of this is, and you may not have paid attention to it, but at pretty much every gas station, if you look at the warning signs, it says, discharge your static electricity. And there was a woman early on in the cell phone days who was on her cell phone and the pump caught on fire. Is because of static electricity. So we don't want a static charge passing through to the tank to potentially cause an unintended explosion. Propane tanks occasionally leak, and certainly when you put the measuring devices on them at the valve, many of them do leak, even if only slightly. And what is it's just not known that the amount of energy it takes to ignite propane is as little as you touching the tank causing a spark, and that is enough to cause an explosion. If you think about it, as a kid, I grew up in the Midwest, you rub your feet on the carpet, you touch a person, you shock them, that's enough to ignite propane. So there is a safety hazard that is really not being brought up to the consumers, but is a very well-known phenomenon, and that is what we're here to talk about today. So I'm going to illustrate the non-electrostatic component of Tank Tire. We're the only product on the market that has this benefit as it relates to safety and being non-electrostatic. So what we're going to do is show, this is a metal plate. We're going to put a tank without a valve. Again, safety first. I'm going to put that on the metal plate. Here we've got our voltage meter. And what you can't see is we have a charge in the background. And what we're going to show right now is there's no charge in the tank right now. There's no charge to the surface either. We're going to put a charge into this metal plate, showing the effects of a static environment. So now I'm going to show in the plate about 26 volts, which is exactly what it should be from the car charger. One-to-one, that electricity was transferred to that propane tank, proving no matter where you put your propane tank, static electricity can always be an issue. If static electricity were to touch the tank and there were to be a leak and there were to be someone or something that would come up to cause a spark, an arc, I guess is what you would call it, but a spark could potentially cause an explosion, at least a fire. So we want to help eliminate that problem. We're the only product on the market to do it. So I'm going to tank the tank down. I'm going to put a tank tire on it. This one is damaged, as you can see. I don't know if you can. See the nice good bend? Pretty damaged, pretty rusty. This is a great example of one that doesn't fit perfectly. You gotta wiggle it a little bit. It will go on. Not too bad. That's why we made it out of a flexible material. Now we're going to come back, we're going to show that same charge that is in the plate, we're going to touch that same spot on the tank with a tank tire on it. No charge. So tank tire does create a much safer environment for yourself, your family, your friends, you name it. Not to mention, that foot ring can be kind of sharp. Oh, drop it on your toe. That would hurt, especially if you have young ones around a propane tank. That ring could cut them, could potentially break a toe, a finger, you name it. So tank tire is the one-stop safety solution for all users of propane tanks.